What's up, YouTube? Deathmiser101 here, and I wanted to come at you with my opinion on patch 2.1.2 in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, I know I'm a little late on this, but who cares? I wanted to play the patch first. I wanted to play the game a little bit first. Now, the gameplay in the background is actually the 6th mission in Rainbow Six Siege, where you play as Glaz, and that's the main buff that happened in the game, and you're about to see it in a few seconds. So, as you all may know, what they did to Glaz, well, here's what it looks like. Yeah. They call it thermal, but it is not thermal, because the hostage and teammates are not highlighted. If it was thermal, they would all be highlighted. So, it's not thermal, but it is some type of thermal. I don't know what the technical name could be called, but just mind my aim and all. I'm terrible with Glaz, and so yeah. But I'll start off with my opinion on this Glaz buff, which this was a huge buff to Glaz because he can now see through smoke, which is insane. My opinion on this is that he was fine how he was. I mean, I liked him better how he was, because now you can't really see far and it's harder to see, I guess, if you know what I mean. Because for me, it's harder to see enemies. Even though they're highlighted, it's still harder to line up the shot or something. My personal opinion is that it's pretty hard to line up that shot. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm terrible at Siege and all. And mind my aim in this whole clip. Jeez, I was terrible. I've done this whole mission, all headshots, in less than 5 minutes. So, this is just a bad clip. I don't play as Glaz much. And yeah, that's about all they did to... That's all they did to Glaz, actually, is they just gave him this new scope to look through. And this is the main attention, this is the main, like, buff of the patch. Nothing's better than this. I mean, everything else they had, but it wasn't as great as this. So as you can see, Glaz can clearly see the yellow outlines of every figure, every enemy, and it only outlines enemies, so you shouldn't have a problem telling whether it's a friendly or not. But it does make things a little blurry if you're trying to view something from very far away, or maybe if it's daytime out and you're trying to snipe from a far distance. I don't know who does that anymore, because that's not what Glaz has become. Glaz has pretty much become what Blackbeard used to be before they nerfed him. Just jump into the action with Glaz and get right into it. But now, I mean, that's what he is now, but it might be a little hard if you want to stay back a bit and snipe from a far distance. I don't know, I haven't tried it. Please try it out yourself. Let me know how you feel about this Glaz buff. My opinion is that it wasn't necessary, and Glaz was perfectly fine before. In fact, he's overpowered right now, not because of the thermal thing, but because of the fact that his gun has no recoil at all. Okay, I'm being serious with this. There's no recoil, period. That little shot up, that's easy. That's nothing. Any noob player could handle that shot, that jolt up. That's barely anything. So, he was already overpowered, and now the fact that he can see through smoke is even more overpowering. And it's just ridiculous. And I feel like it wasn't needed. That's all I gotta say on Glaz. Although this clip isn't over yet, so I'll keep talking. Sorry if the commentary is not that great. I really wanted to make this video. And I hope you love the outro, because I know I will. It's perfectly timed outro. So, yeah. Here's a little more gameplay with Glaz. Now, I already know where the enemies are because I've done this mission multiple times. And like I said, I've done it all headshots in less than 5 minutes. I think it was 3 minutes, actually. So, in all headshots. So, and here's an example of him seeing through smoke. So, clearly, I can see them through the smoke. They can't see a single thing. Overpowered, I know. Now, you guys already know this. You've probably already played, but that's why I wanted to wait until after the patches come out. It's been out for quite a few days now, 5 days I think. But if you're watching this video later in the week or months or year maybe, you know, you've obviously had time to play. Now the way I think they're gonna nerf Glaz is I think they could get rid of his smoke grenades or just simply make the thermal vision a temporary thing, like Cabrera. And that's how I think they could nerf him, and I think they are going to nerf him. Now, on to the next buff we got. Buff in quotes. And I'm about to show it in a few seconds. And here it is. It's Blitz. Now, Blitz, they didn't do much to him, but I guess it is a sort of buff. Now he can ADS, aim down sights, right after flashing the shield. Immediately after. See how fast you can do it? The old Blitz, you couldn't do that. Now, next clip, we got Jackal. They supposedly raised the recoil on his C70 assault rifle. And here's an example of nothing, no holding back, just fully firing the gun. That's not me controlling it. That is just holding the trigger and it goes. Now here's me trying to control it. I'm not very good at controlling recoil, but I do my best, and as you can see, even me, someone who's not that great at controlling recoil, can control the recoil easily. Look how easy it is. That's insane. So they really didn't nerf him at all. I mean, look at that. That's easily a headshot right there. They didn't nerf it. I doubt it. I mean, look how easily I can do all this. And I'm showing you that's regular. And then there's my controlled shots over there. Now, if you're a typical player, not really into Siege, then it could be harder. Now, next buff we got, as you can see, the arrow. Buck now has an extra whole magazine of his skeleton key shotgun. So I showed it before. He had 5 of 16 rounds. So they gave him a whole nother magazine, which I really love, and he really needed it because he didn't have enough ammo, really, because not only is it made for opening holes and kill holes and all that, but you can jump through those holes, you can break barriers and all that. You can even kill people with the shotgun. So I really love that they did this buff to him. It was really needed because he's an underpicked character. And another thing they did to Buck was a nerf, but you know, barely. They nerfed how fast you can spam the trigger of the cameras, the gun I'm using now. The DMR or assault rifle, I don't know what it is, but they nerfed how fast you can shoot it. Now I don't have any trigger finger. I mean, barely a trigger finger. But you're about to see how fast it can shoot. This is after patch. I couldn't get one before patch because I never worried about it. See, as you can see, I'm running around opening up a lot of holes, and that's awesome because now Buck can do that. Now here's the example of how fast he can shoot with the nerfed shot rate, fire rate. Okay, I'm not the greatest at a trigger finger, and I'm on console, so it's not going to be that great, but still, that's really fast. I mean, in my opinion, that's still pretty fast. and there's a lot less recoil than his other gun. So that's pretty fast still. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you sometime later.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to